Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. We are so happy that you are here with us today.
Yes, we are.
We have a very, very special interview. I think you are going, in fact, not I think, I know you're going to love this.
Definitely are going to love it. We are here for you on this Saturday, April 23rd. I can't believe it.
Yes, unbelievable. It's actually sunny outside today, a little gray.
Little Gray.
Little gray, but I think it's going to brighten up a little bit.
Well, we are here for you. The CCI radio show for your Saturday. Hang tight. Starts right now. That's right. Sam C.
Bobby D.
And again, it's beautiful Saturday. We are here. It's episode number 57. Can you believe that, of our YouTube show?
Of our YouTube show. I'm very excited about that. Very excited, and very excited about our guest that we have today. Oh my goodness.
Me too.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get the party started. So as Bobby D said, we are really excited to welcome today's guest to the show.
Well, first, maybe we should say how it all came about that we were able to get this guest.
Well, yeah, actually, I was going to state that. So he is actually a friend of ours, Ciola J.
Yes.
So shout out to Ciola J for forwarding this young man to us as well. And what we found out about this young man is that, wow, he really does it. Oh my
gosh. He does everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
I thought we did a lot, but no, he's constantly working. And when I say constantly working, he literally just got finished with a project and now he's on the show. So like literally no sleep.
Literally no sleep.
Literally no sleep.
I mean, check this out. I mean, he is an actor, a producer, a broadcaster, among so many different things.
Yes. When we introduce you to him, you're going to have to watch his show. We watched some of his show. Oh my gosh. He's good. He's good. He's good. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Just so many accolades there. I mean, also, he's an author of his book called Act Like You Love Yourself.
Yes.
He is a music review writer for Medium.com. Wow. He launched his own production company.
Oh my goodness.
He's co-host of a podcast. And like we say, he's also a friend of Ciola J, who is a friend of us.
That's right. That's right.
So I am excited. Bobby D is excited. Let's go ahead and bring our guest on right now. Say good morning to Lester Greene. And good morning to you.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm feeling blessed.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were happy to have you here, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm excited about this. I love what the two of you are doing. So I'm here to support.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much. We're here for you too. We love what you're doing everything. So I just couldn't believe it. Like the list went on and on and on. So
it still goes on.
And still going on. So so tell our listeners and our viewers all about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Lester Greene. They call me the Connector because I love connecting beautiful souls.
Yes, yes.
I'm an actor, producer, rapper, screenwriter, author, everyday guy. I just love helping people. I love sharing my positive energy with the world. And I can tell the two of you have a wonderful spirit. So
thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
We feel the same about you. We were watching your YouTube show, and then we stumbled on to the rap stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like Lester has at least 5 extra hours in his day.
Right. Well, they always say when it rains, it pours, and I almost feel like when it's busy, it's very busy. When it's slow, it's slow. So I try to balance everything out.
That is so true.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So Lester, since you do so many different things, we really didn't know where to start, but yes. I did want to ask you, I wanted you to talk a little bit about your acting. And is it true that you were in an episode of the original Power?
Oh, yeah. I'm in a couple episodes.
All right. Really? We love that.
Oh really?
Love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, we have to go back and see where we
can you have to go back and see it. But booking that role for Power was something I didn't even expect, because I had auditioned for this casting director, and the casting director didn't feel I was right for that particular role in that particular show. Okay. But the next day she brought me back to audition for Power, and I was thinking, wow, I didn't get that other role, but here I am auditioning for Power now. And I didn't think I had a chance, because so many people are auditioning for shows like that. So I auditioned, and I would say 4 or 5 days went by, and I just figured I didn't get it. And then I got that phone call, and I was so excited.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I played the bailiff. The guy says, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth? So I was that guy swearing in Amari Harwick's character.
Oh,
so
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was a moment for me, and I got a chance to watch him work.
Wow.
Behind the scenes. He's so intense. He's so committed to his craft. So that's one thing that I took from working on the set of that.
Yes. And considering the premise of Power, I'm sure you were in a lot of episodes doing that.
Absolutely, yeah. And then there was one part where Amari Harwick was having a conversation with the writer of that episode, and he was trying to explain to the writer that his character wouldn't say a certain line. So they were going back and forth, and Amari Harwick did not back down. He said, no, my character would not say this. Wow. I think he would say this instead. And so in the end, I think they both compromised and they were able to figure it out. But that taught me another thing, because sometimes as actors, we feel like we have to just do everything that's on the page, but sometimes it might not be the perfect fit. Sometimes you need to tweak something. Sometimes you need to add something or take something out. So it's nice when you can collaborate with people who are flexible with the script.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That must have been amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I felt like I was in a masterclass just watching him act.
Yes.
He's so method. He's so focused on what he's doing. So even in between takes, sometimes there'll be a little downtime, and so the actors will start mingling and talking.
Sure.
He was not. He was so in the zone. He had his headphones on, just totally tunnel vision. Yeah.
And focused on who he's supposed to.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He didn't want to get distracted. He wasn't having any side conversations. Wow. And I think I could be like that too.
Okay.
So maybe I picked that up from him. I'm not sure.
That's a good thing though. Stay in your character.
Yeah.
It's all done, and now we can mingle,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. How exciting is that?
Yeah. Would you like to work in any of the Power sequels?
Well, I'm open to working with 50 Cent, Amari Harwick.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to work with me. I always feel like being an actor is an honor, and I just want to continue doing good work with good people. So I'm always open to collaborating with different people. I know for a fact I want to work with Tyler Perry. I'm a huge fan of what he represents. So he's definitely on my radar.
Oh, I know you'll get there too. I know.
Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Hopefully I'll bump into him at the supermarket or something, because he lives right here. I just have that dream of just bumping into him and having a conversation with him. And then he says, oh, you know what, Lester? I think you'd be right for this role. I'll call you tomorrow.
Yes. And that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So
yes.
Never know.
Absolutely. No, I think it'll happen. Me personally, I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm putting it out there. It'll happen.
Right. How did the two of you come up with your show? Have you always wanted to do a show, or did it just happen by accident?
You want to answer that?
Go ahead, sir.
So how we came up with this show, Bobby D and I used to work in the radio field years ago. So when we both left the radio field because our markets changed and things like that, I decided that I wanted to do my own show. I actually had a radio show on campus, and when when one of my friends was doing their own podcast, I figured, and this is before we actually did the video screen, we were just doing it on another form. And I said, you know what, if she can do this, and she did this every Friday night, you would hear her dog barking in the background. She's going to the door and, answering, getting deliveries, stuff like that. So I'm like, if they could, it was just like an anything goes show. I mean, she would be in the kitchen cooking, and, like I said, the dog would be barking, doorbell.
I was like, that's a little bit ghetto.
Yeah.
So that's a little ghetto.
I figured if she could do that, let me just kind of bring my slow jam show from college and just kind of do that. So I started that. And then a month later, actually, I think you were still working in the radio field or just getting ready to come out of it. And then Bobby says, you know what, if you're doing your slow jam show, I want to do my gospel show again. So we just started that. And then a month after she did hers, we decided to do a show together. Oh. We've been doing this for 10 years now.
So. Wow. Congratulations to you on that.
Thank you so much.
I like that. And I like Sam C, Bobby D. It sort of rhymes. It has a nice flow. I don't know if that was intentional.
C, of course, C is the first initial of our last name. And D is actually the beginning of her middle name.
Oh, I like it. Sam C and Bobby D. It sounds like a DJ's name. Sam C, DJ Sam C, and DJ Bobby D is going down.
There it is.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she got the Bobby D. Like her parents, they call her Bobby D.
Oh, so how do you see the show expanding? Do you want to have a talk show like Oprah Winfrey?
Hey, if it happens at some point. But,
wouldn't it be nice to have your own studio where you can sit down with your guests and just have conversations?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome. I could totally see that happening.
Oh, thank you.
And we know we'd have to have you.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to interview the two of you. I feel like I'm doing it right now, but I'd love to interview the two of you on my show. So
we'd be honored.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
All right.
Definitely will. Definitely.
I like that idea.
Definitely.
Thank you for that invitation, Lester. We
appreciate that. Absolutely. You know what I noticed though? A lot of times people don't realize how much work goes into preparing for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
Isn't that true? And sometimes people will just cancel last minute. How do you handle that? How do you feel about that when guests just say, "Oh, I can't do it anymore. Can we reschedule?" Meanwhile, you were supposed to do the interview an hour.
Yes.
An hour.
Well,
right?
Thankfully, what we at least try to do is if someone were to cancel, like you said, last minute, because that does happen, you try to, because poor that has happened quite a few times. And he was not a happy camper.
Yeah.
It was not a happy
But I've gotten
camper.
better with that.
He's definitely gotten
better with that.
So what we'll do is quickly come up with a music show. So we'll just hurry up. Like, okay, well, you know what we did want to do? We were talking about doing a show about Luther. So you know what? You go ahead, get the music. I'll try to find some facts online and we'll get that together. So that's what we always kind of do.
Or it could just be like just a regular talk show between us two and asking if people want to join in the conversation. They can definitely join in. So I would have to agree
usually with those two.
Yeah. I would have to agree with it. It didn't start off. I was never good at that the first time because I would be,
I'm the same way.
Yeah. But
I thought you would try to get another guest last minute. Sometimes you'll say, you know what, let me see if I can get someone else to fill in. You don't go that route.
So it's some, but again, like you said, last minute, so it's hard. You know, like if someone were to cancel and then like, well, you know, Lester did say he would like to do it. Can we call Lester real quick? Maybe he could do it. And like today, you just got off of the, you know, working with the project you were working with. So maybe you're like, oh, sorry, I would, but oh my goodness, I'm so tired. So it's like, well, you know what? We're not going to put anybody on. You know, we're not going to put the person who messed up, but we're also not going to be, you know, calling Lester last minute. Lester, can you hurry up and do this? You got 10 minutes. You know, 10 minutes. Get on.
Yeah, we don't do that at all. Oh, speaking of, looks like we have some comments. Or you were saying that before?
Oh yeah, check it out.
Let's see. Robert Sire.
Oh yeah, Sear. Robert Sear.
Yeah, he says, say hello to my friend Lester the Connector.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Robert's a good guy. Talented screenwriter. He's worked with some pretty influential people. So I love that he's doing that because that's actually his second career now.
Oh, really?
Retired. Yeah, he retired from the military.
Oh, my goodness.
And he retired from corporate America. So now he discovered screenwriting, and so he's writing all these great plays and he's getting them produced. So I'm very proud of him.
Oh my goodness.
And we also have a friend of ours by the name of Shar. Good morning to you, sis. You know, she says good morning to us all.
Oh, good morning.
Yeah, Shar is a very great person.
Nice.
And Shar, she is a singer out of Chicago. She used to live here in Pittsburgh, and she's in Chicago now, originally from Jamaica. Originally, so maybe this could be a nice connection here too. With
I think
Shar
this would be a good collaboration.
I think that would be a nice collaboration there as
well. At some point.
That's it. Yeah,
I love that. Look at the two of you connecting dots.
That's it. Gotta get Lester the connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a plug?
Why not?
Yes, not a plug. Okay,
but that's it.
Let me ask you this. How do the two of you go about finding guests? What's your secret? Or just give us a little insight on how you get guests for the show. What makes somebody perfect for your show?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Actually, I'm the marketing person.
That's the marketing guy here.
Oh, okay.
Really, a lot of times I'll stumble across people just by chance because I could just be searching for something. And then somebody's name comes up and then I'll say, oh, you know what is this person? Okay. So, they're an author. Okay. And then I could just be following somebody on social media who maybe is just getting started. And I'm like, oh, you know what? They don't have a lot of followers. And I wonder if they maybe want to come on the show, maybe we can try to help promote them and things like that. So, and sometimes this is kind of word of mouth because some of our media friends will actually forward information to us. And I think this person would be a good fit for your show, which in this case, Ciola, and we're really grateful to her because she forwarded the information for you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ciola.
Yeah, we can't thank her enough for that.
Yes.
Yeah, Ciola's great. Let me just say this about her. She's just so nice and professional.
Yes.
If she says that she's going to do something, she does it.
Yes.
Right? Sometimes we encounter people who make all these promises. Oh, yeah, I'm going to send you that. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Oh, yeah, we'll do. And then nothing happens.
Nothing happens. That's right.
Yeah, she's all about action. So I really love that about her. Just a great person overall.
Yes. And we knew that about her it's kind of hard to believe and when we had her on the show for the first time virtually, we say it's kind of hard to believe it's been 2 years since we had you on the show. And she says, wow. And then when we finally got her virtual, she was just so excited. I'm like, now we can see you. And now everybody can see you. She's laughing. But she speaks very highly of you.
Yes, she does.
And she wouldn't stop. And the private messages that she would send us.
Yeah.
Like she Lester would be really great. He's so nice. And I'm like, yeah, he does a lot. We got to get him on at some point.
Let's look at him on here.
Like what open date do we have?
That's it. That's right. Like we got to make this work with Lester.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I just feel like in this business, it's all about just helping one another.
Yeah.
So, for example, with my show Out on the Front Lines, I always try to find the positive stories.
Yes. Yes.
I really don't try to bring up anything that's negative. I'm not trying to catch somebody.
Yes. Yes.
And put that person on the spot. You know, sometimes an interviewer will try to reveal something negative about the guest. I don't do that. Even if I know something that might not be very flattering, I won't even cover it because that's not what my show is about.
That's
right?
Exactly right.
Is that the same for the two of you? How do you go about determining what you want to talk about? And
agreed. Yeah, we definitely don't want to bring any negativity at all.
Yeah, this show, I agree. This show is not about that. It's about when someone, and we say this all the time on camera and off camera. You know, when you come on our show, we want you to feel comfortable.
That's right.
We want to make you smile. We want to have a good time. Yeah, we just want to make a good impression, because when you come on the CCI radio show, you're family.
That's right.
Whether we've met you for 5 minutes ago or whether we've known you for like 2 or 3 years.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Right. This what you see is what you get with us, even on our social medias and when we're out and about. So,
oh, that's nice. I was talking to somebody about the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock situation.
Yes.
And I guess I'll ask the two of you this, because we talked about this on my show. If you could interview Will Smith or Chris Rock, would you ask them about what happened at the Oscars, or would you just interview them? And if they talked about it, okay, you go with the flow, but otherwise you're not going to dig.
See, that's kind of hard, because since it's fresh on the mind of everyone, and I'm sure I hate to say it, they would probably be expecting you to ask.
Of course.
But you don't want to aggravate them.
Right. You don't.
That's what I was saying. You don't want to aggravate them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would ask it gently, like as gently as possible.
That'd not be like my last question.
Why did
you? Right. Just in case he walks off.
Before you end it, and just like Bobby D said, maybe ask him a certain way, but like that would be the last of my questions. Thank you so much for coming on.
That's so smart. That is so smart.
But I think I would be as gentle as I could about the situation and try not to be judgmental.
Yeah.
Because if I were in that position, either way, because I'm sure it's embarrassing to both. Yeah. Probably extremely embarrassing to Chris, because he was the one that got slapped.
Right.
But Will is just all over the place right now, and I just know he's got to be a mess now too. So I would say, well, I'll put it out there, and if you want to answer, it's fine. If not, we can move on.
No pressure. Yeah.
That's the way I would just flow with it. Do you want to talk about it? We don't have to. Okay.
Right. What do you make of him being offered more roles? I heard that producers are reaching out to him and giving him more opportunities because of this, because they were saying that everybody likes a redemption story. Mm-hmm. What do you make of that, though? He's getting all these offers, more offers.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Me too. I said, wow.
Yeah,
it just happened.
Yeah. It just happened.
They're not like the highest quality, but at least someone is willing to actually give him a shot. So if I were him, I'd be very grateful based off everything that's happened, because I thought that was pretty much the end of his career.
I did too.
So. Yeah, I did too. I said the same thing. First of all, when it happened, I thought it was a skit.
Yeah.
Right. It did.
I thought it was fake. But when he said, "Get my wife's name out," I looked at his eyes. I see it.
I'm like, oh no, that was real. Like, that was real. Yeah. He meant that.
Yeah,
but that's crazy.
It is.
Yeah,
but I wish. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Lester. No problem.
No, I was just saying I wish him nothing but the best, because
absolutely, I
grew up watching some of his movies, and I think he's a talented actor.
Yes.
So hopefully he can bounce back from it.
I hope he can. Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, we actually woke up to that news because we actually didn't watch it, but then we woke up the next morning and the first thing that Bobby D had on TV. What is this? Like you're literally just stirring around and your eyes open.
It's a dream, but
the dream. Yeah, and then she's like, "No, this isn't a dream. This really happened." I was like, "What?" And so I asked her to rewind it back, and I'm like, "I can't believe it."
I'm like, it has to be a joke. It has to be a
joke.
Let me
morning
keep
yet.
checking. Let me check other sources. Like, oh no.
This is real.
This is real deal here. This really happened.
Real.
Absolutely. What do you make of? And these are all trending topics. I know T.I. recently stepped away from podcasting. T.I. is a rapper.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What do you make of him? He said that there was no money involved with podcasting. And so he got out of the podcasting game. And I was surprised by that because you would think somebody like T.I.
Right. He's
got a lot of followers.
Right. He's got a lot of followers. He has a name. So
yeah, he does.
What do you make of that? Do you think he just underestimated the workload that's involved with being a successful podcaster? Maybe he thought, oh, this is easy. People just get up there and start talking.
Yes.
It's not, like you said, Lester, it's not easy at all. And I think he did underestimate it. So
that's what I was thinking too.
Absolutely. We totally agree with you.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And so many people think we know quite a few people. We'll have to tell you off record.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Quite a few people who think that it's just so easy. You just get on there and talk and people will watch it.
It's not like that. You have to have a concept. You have to know what you're doing, and that's
structure is important. Structure is so important. What do you make of podcasters who charge guests to be on their shows?
No, I don't like that.
You don't like it at all?
No,
I don't think that's right because it's helping, but it's a win-win situation.
Oh,
it's a win-win situation. The person, the podcaster has the guest, and then the guest can get the exposure. Right. So I don't think you're both winning. So you should be like, okay, well, you need to,
right, yeah,
right.
No, I get that. That's interesting because I was thinking to myself, we've all put in our 10,000 hours.
Sure. Yes.
Work. So you don't think it's only right that you move up the ladder and start accepting donations or something like that?
Well, that's one thing. If people want to, give something to you, like we have, people that do come on and they'll be like,
oh, really?
To your Cash App, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
To the Cash App, and like, oh, okay, that's nice. But you're not saying,
yeah, I get it.
I need 50 from you for watching.
Well, even though I do kind of like whenever we do our opening, of course, everybody watching today, you can see all of our networking partners, and we're so appreciative of everybody there. But we do have a Cash App, and every so often I'm like, it's all about that money, all about that cheddar.
Does it work, Sam?
You know what? Does it?
Does it?
You're not.
Does it really work?
But you're not expecting. I do that because it's funny.
Yeah, you're having fun.
If someone does donate some or give you something, then you're like, oh, okay, well, thank you so much, and we really appreciate the love offering and your support for the show. But yeah, I've done that quite a few times to say it's all about the money, all about and she'll just look at me and laugh, and then we'll move on to
something else. Yeah.
Speaking of, let's see, we have some comments here. Then we'll get to another question here. Yeah, a lot of comments.
Yeah, Robert,
Robert said, Lester is the guy who got me started after I retired. And I think that's what Lester was saying.
Very nice.
And Shar is so happy. She's put a bunch of hearts.
And
she agreed with us and laughed at us, and she said, "Yes, donations are appreciated."
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here on the CCI Radio
Donations
show.
Are always appreciated.
Absolutely.
What we just said.
That's like the love offering is fine.
So, Lester, based off of what we're going through right now, the current state of the pandemic, how has that impacted you? If it's even impacted you a lot?
Oh, the pandemic changed my life completely because, one, I was able to lose 35 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I was starting to get a little heavy. And when the pandemic hit, I said, I need to get to the gym every day and get on that treadmill. And sure enough, I did it. And I didn't even know what was happening until I started seeing results. It's amazing how fast I started to see the results.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing. And then the other thing was I was able to start my show out on the front lines.
Yes.
I started that because I used to be a bus driver in New York City. I did that. And then I retired because after 10 years, you become vested. So then I moved to Atlanta, and that's when the pandemic hit. And I said to myself, well, even though I'm no longer a bus driver, once a bus driver, always a bus driver. So bus drivers are out on the front lines.
That's true.
So I said, let me call my show Out on the Front Lines. And then I just started interviewing some of my friends, some colleagues. And then next thing you know, I started interviewing Emmy winners, Hollywood producers.
Nice.
And I got most of my guests by going to Clubhouse. I don't know if the two of you are on Clubhouse.
No.
But you no? Oh, but you've heard of it though, right?
I have heard of it. I just didn't know any.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What it was, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. When it first came out, I was just so obsessed with it. I was on there all the time, making connections, and that's where I would get my guests. So I would go on Clubhouse and just join one of the rooms, listen to some of the conversations, give my input, and then I would just send direct messages to certain people who said certain things that really resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
So these people would get my messages and say, wow, Lester, thank you so much for listening to me on Clubhouse. I appreciate it. And I'll say, wow, you're very welcome. Hey, listen, I got a podcast show called Out on the Front Lines. I'd love to have you on. And most of them said yes, because they realized that, oh, he's not asking for anything. He listened to me talk on Clubhouse, and now he wants to have me on his show. You know what? Yeah, I'll do it, Lester, sure. Nice. And then that's how I would recruit my guests.
Very nice.
Wow. Yeah.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Wise. Very wise.
Yeah. What about the two of you? What did you do during the pandemic? How did you react to it?
I'm gonna let Bobby D take this.
I thought you would go first on that one.
Well, no, because you had a really great idea. So I'm gonna let you.
Oh, the original idea. This idea.
Well, no.
I was gonna ask about that pandemic press media. I was.
Oh boy. Well, I am a teacher. Okay. So I teach preschool and I teach in an after-school program. So of course, everything shut down. Everything shut down.
Oh, yes.
So I was here, of course, and then a few days later, they told Sam's job, they were like, yep, we're shutting it down. Everybody's going to work from home. So I helped him collect all of his stuff, from work. And he was trying to set up all this computer equipment and all this stuff happening here. And all I was doing was just sitting, watching TV, putting together puzzles. Like, this is not working for me. This is not doing it. So my preschool had us doing different video things and Zoom calls with our classes and stuff like that. So that was okay, but still I'm a person that likes to do. This is not enough. This is not enough.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there doing a puzzle. Sam was working, and I said, I think we should start a publishing company. He said, what? What? And I said, well, I have a couple of self-published books. And I said, I think we should just be legit, for real. Let's do it. And he says, I agree. What do you need to do? I said,
what?
Wow. I said, okay.
Yeah.
So I started researching, what do I need? What, do we need licenses? This. Got everything we needed. Boom. Legitimate, just became a legit. And I said, okay, but we need a name. So we need a name for
it. This didn't really take too long at all.
So we're just writing down names, typing names, this and that, Like, well, it is a pandemic. It's a pandemic.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, as well, I do kind of like the old school sound where they're like, like the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette or the Pittsburgh Press or the whatever.
All right.
And he says, well, Pandemic Press. I said, that sounds good. I said, Pandemic Press Publishing. He says, oh, I like that. I said, there goes
I like that. Triple P's, alliteration. I like that.
P's. That's it. And
then don't you also help authors get their books?
We do.
Published? That's awesome that you do that.
Yes. Thank you.
That's incredible. I love that.
Thank you so much. That's true. And speaking of books, you have your book.
I do. Act Like You Love Yourself. I always wanted to write a book because it seemed like something that would be very challenging to do. And I'm that kind of guy who's always looking for a new challenge. I don't want to feel bored.
Exactly.
I don't want to feel like I'm not doing anything. So I'm very adventurous.
Love it. Yeah.
So writing that book really showed me that I can do anything, just like the way you created your publishing company.
Yes.
Right? You had an idea and you made it happen.
That's right.
That's awesome that you did that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
We want to know how to get your book as well.
Like, with my book, I'm only selling hard copies. So it's out of print, but I still sell hard copies. So let's say I go to a networking event. I'll make sure I have a few books on me just in case. You never know. Or if I'm going to a workshop, or if I'm going to a movie screening, I take my books with me. Yeah, because sometimes that book can act as a business card, right? I've done that before where somebody would say, hey, Lester, you got a business card? And I'll say, oh, well, you know what? I have a book.
Yeah.
And I'll say, oh, wow, yeah, I'll take a book. And most people, when you give them a book, they'll probably at least look at it. Right? They might not read the whole thing, but they'll look at it like, oh, this is a book. Let me just skim it or scan it.
Yes.
And then usually they'll keep it. With the business card, sometimes they might toss it out. With the book, they might keep it or pass it on to somebody who would read it.
Yes.
So, that's one thing that I always walk around with.
So then so even though it's out of print, people could still contact you?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I still have hard copies, yeah. I don't have a lot of hard copies, but I try to keep at least 15 copies on me. And when it starts running low, I'll re-up and get some more.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. But at some point, I want to do a documentary.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm working on that with my friend, Nadira Pankey. She's a wonderful screenwriter here in Atlanta. I actually told her about your show, and she said, oh, yeah, I'll definitely reach out to them. But right now she's starting a new job, so she's just very busy with that. And she just released her feature film called Gerald's Hands. Yeah, so she's a little busy with that, but she said that she's definitely going to reach out.
Oh, we'd love to have her.
Yeah, you would love her. She's amazing. But she was the one who told me that I should do a documentary on my life and my brother. So my brother and I, we grew up together and we lived in Texas. Ooh. We lived in Germany.
Ooh.
We lived in, And so when we came to New York, it was almost like we went like this.
Yes. Wow.
He went that way and I went the other way.
Wow.
And it's interesting how he's not like me. We're totally different, but when we were growing up, we were so much alike. So we want to do a documentary on that, how these two brothers sort of went on different paths.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's more, it's going to serve as a cautionary tale, because when you make certain decisions that aren't favorable, the outcome is not going to be good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you're going to have that tale, and then you're going to have my tale, where if you make the right decisions,
this is where you can end
up.
up.
This is where you can end up. So it's going to be a nice cross between the two worlds.
Oh boy, this will be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I want to do.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Definitely let us know when that comes out.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to shoot it.
We'll promote it, and you could come back and
talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, right now it's just an idea. You know, when you have ideas, you're like, I really want to do it. So hopefully we'll do it the same way you did. Same way you created Pandemic Press Publishing. So we'll see.
Yes, you'll do it. You'll do it.
But what about the two of you? Do you have any passion projects that you're working on? Is there something that you've always wanted to do?
Well, we do actually have something in the works.
We'll
tell you.
Oh, okay. I got it.
You're going to be one of the first to know.
Actually,
we haven't pushed it out there yet. It's coming in the summer.
Okay, this summer.
This summer. And we're hoping that we're
fingers crossed.
Still
working
prayers up,
now.
Fingers crossed, cross everything, pray on everything. Throw the holy water on everything. We're gonna make it. We're gonna try to make this happen. We'll see. Well, I'm not gonna say try, because a friend of mine at work that always says, if I say, oh yeah, I'm trying. No such thing as try. Just do.
Wow, just do.
I like that.
I like that. That sounds like a good commercial right there.
Yes. You could take that. You could take
it's really good.
You can make that happen there.
Yeah.
So whenever you guys have ideas, do you always come together and work on them together, or does it depend on what that project is?
I would say we come together.
Yeah, we do come together. One might do a little more in one facet of it than the other. Like Sam C is like, as far as like getting the guests and stuff like that, he's usually the one that'll jump out there. Oh, I saw this man, Lester Greene.
I like it. You sound like me. I'm that way. Okay.
Right, that kind of thing.
Let me send him an email.
Let me send him in, because I'll be like, oh, yes. I love it. I love what he said. Yeah, put it. Don't wait. Well, do you think Lester might? Yes, he would. Yes.
Yeah. Nowadays, you got to just do it, like you said.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's nothing against trying. You just never know.
Absolutely.
How do you feel? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, no, I wasn't actually going to say anything yet.
Okay, I was going to ask the two of you, how do you feel about people who give you the runaround? So let's say you have a date booked for somebody and that person just doesn't stick to it, and then now you're chasing that person and it just gets out of control very fast. How do you handle that? Because I know for me, it bothers me.
Yep.
It really does.
I have to laugh.
Especially, because if that person's telling you, I'm going to do it, and then it doesn't happen.
Yes.
And it seems like they don't even care that it didn't happen. How do you handle that?
There were a couple interviews like that where, again, this is before we came on YouTube and started doing the visual version of this, but
because our show usually goes on
Blog Talk
Radio.
Oh, okay. Audio.
So that's why we say we've been on for 10 years, which is true, because we've been doing Blog Talk, but then we we download from Blog Talk to SoundCloud to Spotify we have different versions of this show, which will
that's awesome.
Yeah, there was somebody a couple years ago, I want to say, that they reached out to us, and I think they were an author. I want to say this. So they were an author, and like, oh, okay, well, sure. Somebody referred her to us, and I'm talking to her. Like, okay, sure. Well, let's plan a date so you can come on our show. And I think she responded twice But then as it's getting like the week of, I'm not getting a response. And in the middle of the week, I still didn't get a response. And and at that point, I'd already I created the information for the show. But when Saturday morning came and she wasn't there, never called, never did anything. And I was never called even after the fact. So what we did was we just tweaked it. We just changed the show. I changed the flyer.
But wow, can you believe that? The nerve?
Yeah.
No call, no show.
No call, no show.
No call, no show, just like a job.
That's right.
Right. You should be responsible enough to. Did you ever reach out to that person later on? Like, hey, whatever happened to you on that date? We were supposed to have an interview.
Nope, didn't care.
I know, but you must have blocked that person, like block.
Didn't block her. No, just never replied back to her anymore. No, just like, you're not interested. So if she ever replied back, nope, not interested in you. Because you just didn't, reach out.
Did you unfollow the person? Come on, you had to.
We weren't following each other.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I didn't block them. Yeah.
All right.
I would have blocked them right away.
Exactly. That's where I was going. Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I would have blocked them away. No.
Yeah.
And then there was another incident where, somebody was excited to come on the show, and I kept the first 2 emails like, oh, thank you so much, I'll be there and whatever. And I think this was like 3 months in advance or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, please no. 3 months in advance.
Yeah, 3 months. Well, they, we picked the date. And they're like, okay.
Isn't that ridiculous?
But then it kind of got closer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, the person's not emailing me. They're, they had a phone number, so they're not calling me. And I'm just like, and so what I did was I just sent an email. It was a very interesting email. And the email was pretty much saying, well, you know what? So I'm just going to take it upon myself to say that you are not interested in coming on our show. You have no intention to come on there. So, that's it. So we're going to cancel the request or whatever. So what's funny is that it was about 3 days later. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 days later, I get a phone call. And it was right at dinner time. I'm just sitting there, just in my chair, and Bobby's around the kitchen.
Right.
And I pick it up, and I said, hello? And then the person was telling me who they were.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I know. Yes. Okay. How are you? And they're like, I'm fine. And they were kind of trembling when they were talking to me. And then they said, first of all, I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. I said, no, this is a good time. And so they're like, I just want to apologize for not getting back to you. And they were explaining what was happening because they said which ended up being like a legitimate reason, that there was something with their emails that just wasn't. But they have somebody that watches their emails, but for some reason the emails weren't going through, and I don't know why. But I'm like, okay, so I listened to this person for a while, and we talked, and I'm still mad, still.
I'm still mad, right?
But I was giving them the opportunity to sit and talk, so I just sat there and listened for about 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And every time they talk, I was like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And here Bobby's coming out the kitchen. She's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm." Mm-hmm. And I say, "Well," I said, "Okay."
I'm not involved.
And then they said, and they basically were apologizing like for the next 5 minutes after that. And they said, I'm not that type of person. When you reach out to me, I get back to you, and I'm really sorry that it didn't work out that way. I really want to be on your show. I'm just really sorry. I just don't know what else I can say. I'm just really, really sorry. So I sat there for another minute to say, mm-hmm.
You were really busting his chops.
Yeah, I was. And so at the end of it, I'm like, okay, so if this is what really happened, I don't usually do this, but I'd be willing to give you another shot. And we're gonna pick another date. And we're gonna pick another date.
You are better than me.
Well, this was in what was it, at the end of August or something? And I was, we were booked anyway, but I said we have an open date for sometime in October. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Are you available then? So they're like, let me check my calendar. So they're looking. It's like, yes. I said, okay. So I'm going to mark you down. I'm going to send you a confirmation email. And then when it gets close enough to the time, I'm going to send you another email. So I'm going to be in contact with you. And they were like, I'm going to be in contact with you too. And they were.
Okay.
It worked the second time.
It did work.
It worked. Really? I thought you were going to tell me, guess what, Lester? He didn't show up again.
No, it worked the second time.
Okay.
And the person was very, very grateful for that. So we had a great time. They're just, you know.
And the interview was great. It was a great interview too. Okay.
So it worked out.
That worked out. Okay. Yeah. There's hope. There's hope.
I can usually do that, but yeah,
there is
you know,
hope.
I like I said, I just sat there and just listened, and I normally don't, but it's like, you know, you can kind of tell when, you know, you can't tell when most people are telling the truth, but for some reason, God just kind of told me that like she's telling it, that this person's telling the truth. So, you know, you just need to
wow.
chance, you know, because they wouldn't have, and the other thing is the person wouldn't have called me. You know,
that's a good point. Yeah, I give credit. Yeah, you're right, because he didn't have to call.
That's a good point.
I give you that took a lot of balls.
Yes, it really did.
Yeah, and it was like, you know, normally really like on a Friday night when I'm just sitting there like, okay, so what are we gonna do tonight? And I'm just like,
because if I messed up, I wouldn't have called the person. I would not have called.
You wouldn't have called.
I would not have called. I've been like, no, they probably gonna cuss me out.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even deserve this conversation.
That whole time I was on that conversation when Bobby peeked out the kitchen, all I saw was just her face, and she's just trying not to laugh real loud. She had to walk away, and you know. And then at the end of the call, she was just cracking up, and she's, I can't believe you did. I'm like, well,
yeah, Bobby D. I'm the same way. Like, what?
Like, you know,
I would have just hung up. Like, oh, you that same?
Yeah.
I would have just hung up the phone. Like, listen.
Well, she was laughing over the fact that my email reply wasn't very nice, and then the person got back to me 3 days later, and they were trembling on the phone, and that's what she was chuckling at when I was telling her what was going on when I was talking on the phone. And she's like, I wish I could have heard that. I was like, well, you know, it's good. I was just sitting in my chair. It even got to the point, Lester, I just reclined my feet up. That's how.
Wow, it was that interesting. You were just like, oh, let me listen to this. Let me see where this goes.
Yeah, basically, I'm in my mind. I'm like, I'll give you 5 minutes.
And then you're like, wow, 10 minutes. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, this story is getting even better, so I'm not going to hang up. Okay, so they must be telling me the truth. Okay, but like I said, it ended up working out. So
no, that's great. I'm glad you said that, because sometimes I need to be a little more understanding. I just feel like if you're going to commit to something, you should do it. And granted, sometimes things come up, but communicate that with me. Don't just ghost me.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
How do you just ghost somebody after you reached out? You're the one who wanted to be on my show. I didn't even reach out to you.
Yes.
Right. Now, you don't even want to communicate with me or let me know that you don't want to do the show anymore or that you're not available anymore.
I totally agree with you, Lester.
Yeah, that just rubs me the wrong way.
The wrong way.
Well, we're not going to rub you the wrong way.
Listen, Sam, but you notice I called. Did you notice I called? Because I was nervous, because I said, wait a minute, I didn't get the link. I don't want these people to think that I ghosted them.
Can I tell you something? I kind of chuckled when you called.
You did?
Like, I knew what you were calling for, and it was funny because I'm like, he's probably sitting there wondering if I said the link.
And I'm
like,
no. I was so scared because I don't want to be that guy. Like, this guy said he was going to be here at 10.
No.
I sent the email. He didn't even write back to my email. Who is this guy, Lester? Ciola sent this guy? Are you serious? Never again, Ciola.
Never again, Ciola.
Yeah, so I didn't want to be that guy. So I always just follow up with people because sometimes, like you said, emails get lost.
Yes,
right.
So true.
Right. So I didn't know. I just wanted to make sure because I said, oh, I should get it 10 minutes before. And I said, well, okay, let me give it 5 minutes before. When it hit 5 minutes, I said, nah, I'm calling. Because I don't want it to hit 10 o'clock and I'm not there.
No, you're fine. Because I gave you a time frame on it. So I was actually
Okay.
Behind. So no, yeah, I would just kind of give you like a rough figure because normally I would send it out around that time, and I was like, well, let me just make sure I'm going to send it to his email. So let me just make sure I had the email right. So that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
but everything was actually set up. So
okay, and what I love about what the two of you do is that my interview or this interview was scheduled well in advance for the most part, right? And I love that you send follow-up emails. You were giving me updates.
Yes.
I said, look at these people. They are on it. I just want to let you know, Lester, next weekend you got your interview. I said, oh, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that.
Well, that's one thing that I like to make sure that we do, because to some people, I've never had anybody get back to me yet and say, this is very annoying. but I like to make sure that once we get something scheduled, I'm going to tell you when it's going to post. I'm going to tell you when we're going to post it. I'm going to ask, do you have any questions? Send them to me, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to probably contact you back a couple more times before,
That's great. No, keep that. It's so great. No, it really is. It's so refreshing to see that, because a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
They don't do that. I try to do it, especially only because I want to be able to adjust if that person is not available anymore. Absolutely. I want to be able to say, okay, no problem. I still got a day or two to find someone else. So I still got a day or two to put together another show. Yeah, that's why I do that. Because sometimes people forget. Sometimes people overbook, double book. You just never know.
You never know.
So that's great. Let me ask the two of you this. How do you feel about people who will do an interview with you? So let's say you have a guest on your show, and the interview was great in your mind. Mm-hmm. You share the interview on your social media page. That person does not share the interview on his page. What do you do? What do you say? Do you care?
I don't think this ever happened.
Yeah, that hasn't happened.
And honestly,
wow.
I could go either way with that. Number one, I'm like, hey, we did the interview. It's on our page. If someone wants to see it, great. You would think that they would share it because it's helping them, because they're the one that were interviewed. But I can't say I wouldn't care. You said, because I was
right. I'd be upset,
because I would be.
I'd be upset.
Yeah, I would be going on that person's page and like, they didn't share it yet. Sometimes they take a while to share it, or they're just like, slow
at getting there.
Okay, I got another one for you. Good answer. Very good answer. What if you create the flyer? Because I love how you create the flyers for an upcoming show. Oh, he does all that? Oh, you do all that?
He does it.
Okay, I love that.
Hey, thank you.
No, it's really good. So what if you create the flyer, you share it on your social media page about an upcoming interview. The person that you're interviewing sees the flyer, knows that the flyer is about him and his show, or him and the show, and that person does not share the flyer on his social media page. Do you take that personally?
I think I would be a little offended by that.
I've seen that happen, though. I don't get that.
I'd be offended by that.
Because they want to make their own.
Oh, is that what it is?
It could be. I've seen it before where if we create something, they'll share ours, but then they may have already had one created on their end, like maybe their manager or whoever might have actually made one. So now they're actually
using that,
sharing two at the same time. Yeah, it's very rare. But
I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay. But I just feel like if somebody took the time out to create a flyer for you,
right, you should at least
share it. Come on.
Yes.
It's free to share.
It is free.
So
it's free.
Hey, sharing is caring.
Exactly. Sharing is caring.
That's right.
Hey, speaking of caring, we got some comments here. Let me read here. First of all, Robert says writers sometimes need to be flexible with an actor.
Oh,
okay. Looks, I didn't know we had a lot of comments here.
That's great.
And
wow,
you're gonna love this one. Our friend Shar would love to have you on her show called Adult Conversations with Shar.
Yes, Shar.
What? Oh, thank you. Really?
She wants you and Robert.
And Robert,
if Robert is available
and Robert,
as well. Yes,
that would be awesome.
Great. She does a great job.
Yes,
she does a great job.
and she wants to know what was your favorite topic to talk about on your show, Lester?
Oh,
look at
you're getting interviewed all over the place.
I like it. My favorite topic. Well, obviously, we're going through this pandemic right now, so that's been something that's been very popular.
Yes.
But I'm not going to go in that direction. So what I like about my show and my guests is that I get to learn something new about them. You know how sometimes we all have these titles. Oh, he's a rapper, actor, / this, / that. But when I interview the person, I discover something new. Yeah. Oh, he does poetry?
Yeah.
Oh, he plays the guitar. Oh, he grew up in the choir. He sang at Shea Stadium. I find so many hidden gems about my guests that I never knew. And this goes for some of my friends too. I've interviewed my friends, close friends, and we'll just have a conversation. I'll say, wait a minute, I never knew that about you.
Yes.
Wow. I've known you for 15 years and I never knew that you liked horseback riding.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I love. So I noticed that about these conversations that we have. We always find something new about the other person. And that's what I try to reveal on my show. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Because sometimes I'll watch a podcast show or I'll watch a radio show and the host is all about the host. You know what I mean by that? So
true.
Yeah, the host is really not interviewing the guest. The host is just talking about himself or herself. I like watching that podcast show and being able to learn something from both parties.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because it's a partnership.
Yes.
Don't you agree? Those are the good shows.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
It's a partnership.
That's exactly.
I always look for that. Who are some of your favorite podcasters and radio hosts? Who's your Mount Rushmore of podcasting or of radio? Let's go. Give me 4 top radio hosts or podcasters that you love and admire, and tell us why.
Ooh,
you like them.
A good question.
I gotta put it out there.
Sam,
I gotta put it out there.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see.
We gotta go into the think tank on that.
Yeah, the reason why is because when I'm working, I turn on, I'll have mostly music on, but sometimes I might have like a morning show or an afternoon show or something. So I would have to say, believe it or not, Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
really.
The Steve Harvey morning show.
I like that. Good answer.
Steve.
Yeah. I would say Ricky Smiley.
Oh, Ricky Smiley, yeah. I like that.
I would say D.O. Hughley show.
Hughley.
He has a show in the afternoons.
Okay.
He's good.
And
very smart.
Let's see. One more. Well, one more is it's not really a podcast per se, but it's like kind of like a syndicated night show.
Okay.
I would have to say Keith Sweat's The Sweat Hotel.
Oh, Keith Sweat? I didn't even know he had he got a show?
Yeah, he has a slow jam show at night, syndicated.
Keith Sweat the singer?
Yes.
I did not know that.
If you go to iHeartRadio, I think there's actually a station called The Sweat Hotel, so you can actually listen to it. But he does come on at nights. I think it's Sunday through Friday nights.
What's his show about?
Oh, it's just slow jams, requests, and dedications.
Oh, so he just plays music? Does he actually interview people and talk?
I've never heard him interview anybody yet, but just like if someone wants to make a request and dedication, he spent like a lot of time on the phone with people like that. So
that's awesome. Okay, good answers. I like that. What about you, Bobby D?
Wow. Well, I don't think I have 4.
Okay, give us 2. Can you give us 2?
However, I will definitely say I have to piggyback Sam on the Steve Harvey because we do love Steve Harvey.
Oh, nice.
He's good. Yeah, and I'll say Tom Joyner. I'm actually impressed by some of the stuff that he's been doing. It's actually,
I like that.
Yeah, it's actually,
that's a good answer.
Yeah, I don't think I don't get the opportunity to listen to as much. Like I said, I teach, so most of my day is chasing little people around.
Yeah, right.
To listen to too many podcasts during the week. On the weekends I might be able to squeeze something in real quick.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, that's interesting. Steve Harvey has this Comedy Court show on TV.
Yes,
are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Yeah. So
which is funny.
Yes.
Which is funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Steve Harvey's a legend. Love Steve Harvey.
Yes,
even the Steve Harvey show back in the day.
Oh yeah, the Steve Harvey show. Yeah. What happened?
Yes. Yeah. I just love the way he would talk to the students.
Oh yeah. Oh, you would like that. Oh, speaking of students, are you familiar with a show called Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
Oh yes.
People go crazy, but I haven't seen it. Is it good?
We've only seen the first episode. Yeah. And it was pretty good. Yeah. It was pretty good, but there's other things that are on at the time it comes on. So then we're like, okay, well, we'll watch it over the weekend, and then like I said, we're interviewing, we're out.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot! Now we're 6 episodes behind. You're like, oh.
And then you're like, I forget it.
When to sit, when to sit down and get it, But the first episode was good.
It was good. Okay, I gotta check it out because people go crazy for that show.
They're going crazy about it. They really.
Yeah.
I just realized we have more comments here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll be getting ready to wrap up the show.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Let me take a look here. Rob, just gonna kind of read down the list.
Go for it.
So
Robert said, Lester is a genuine person. This is very rare in normal day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
That came from Robert.
And then he was agreeing with something we said, like you have to let them go. I think.
About the people that don't respond back.
See, Shar says, I guess patience is a virtue.
Yes, it is.
Robert said, you are understanding. I've seen it.
Oh, saying that Lester is understanding.
And then Shar says to us that the coverage connection ain't no joke. Thank you, Shar. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Shar. Shar is actually a great podcaster herself. I guess we could say that's a podcast as well, right? Singer, songwriter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Check her out. Shar Dreams on YouTube.
Yes. Let me follow her on Instagram. What's her Instagram page?
I think it's Shar Dreams on Instagram as well, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's
Shar Dreams.
Shar Dreams, right?
And then Robert
CHAR Dreams.
CHAR Dreams.
Yes.
And then Robert accepted from Shar, says thank you. I accept.
Oh yeah.
Shar saying makes a lot of sense. Hey, Danetta's here.
Oh, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Danetta.
Good morning, sis. Happy.
Yeah.
I got her. Is that her? Can you see? Probably can't see it.
I can't see
it. Says Shar musician band Closure out now on all digital.
That's it.
Closure. Is that I need to buy that. Is that a song?
You know what, Lester? That is a great song.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yes, you have to.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy it right now.
Okay.
Shar, thank you.
Absolutely. We have to support one another. It's funny how people are so surprised when we do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not a big deal to support somebody who is following his passion or following her dream. Why not? Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get it. And I'll reach out to her. Thank you so much for that connection. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll send you the info and everything.
Yeah, she just put Shar Dreams Music.
Oh, Shar Dreams Music.
Shar Dreams Music. Okay.
Shar, is that Instagram? I know I'm following all of her stuff anyway. So
okay.
I'm following all of her stuff, so I don't know what. But yeah, is that Instagram, Shar Dreams Music?
Yeah, Instagram is Shar Dreams Music. I see it.
Okay. So let's forget it.
Okay.
Shar has the voice of an angel.
Oh my goodness.
We're not just saying that, but
beautiful.
We've known her for many years now, and all the songs that she has put out.
20 years now. I think. I think it's been 20 years.
Well, you knew her first.
Yeah. 99.
It was nice for me to
99, 20 plus now. Yeah. 20 plus. Yeah, it's been a long time. She's done some fantastic music. She's gone from gospel to inspirational, and I guess this would be more soul
kind of
what she's doing now, more soul.
It's really music. Nice.
It's
Closure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we had the honor and privilege of playing Closure on our show. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Is there any way you can play it out? Play us out with that song?
Oh, that's a good question. Can you?
Probably.
You
why not? Right?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Let's go out in style.
That's it. That's it. And by the way, YouTube, we do have the rights to this music.
I love that.
I love saying that.
Good for you.
Yeah, you do.
We do.
And you do. Right, you do.
Right. Yes, right. Yeah, since Lester has never heard it.
That's right. Lester's never heard it before. So, yeah.
Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll get this pulled up here in a second. So, yeah, we'll get ready to wrap the show.
All right.
Another minute here.
Oh, we love you too, Shar. And Danetta, she is another. Danetta is another fantastic lady. She sings karaoke, but I think because she's like, oh, I'm just messing around. But her voice is fabulous.
I believe you.
She's fantastic. She's like, oh, I just mess around. I just play around. But she
can sing. She can sing.
She can sing.
Well, you know what? How about we do this? We won't close out the show with Closure, but we just want to play it for number one. It's a great song. We'll play the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll get ready to close this out. And then Lester, once we're done, if you have a few moments, we like to talk you off record.
Okay, great.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And we'll hook you up. We got to get you Shar and who else? Who else did we say? Shar and I can't remember. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I know that we said. I know we said somebody else.
But let us get to Closure. We'll play that right now.
Shar says, "Oh wow, Lester, I love you already."
I love that.
So
thank you. I love you too. Thank you.
Well, again, this is Shar. This is Closure. And for those of you who've never heard it, we're going to play it right now. See what you think. Everybody's going to love it.
Yes.
I remember when we fell in love. There was no me without you. Gave you my heart till death do us part. We made our vows to each other, but I can't love you with a broken heart. I've cried and I've tried to mask the pain with my smile. Baby, I'm so sorry. We gave it a try. Now let's say goodbye. I need closure. Baby, where did we go wrong? Why am I singing a sad song? Closure. It's my stubborn heart won't let you go. Won't let you go. I need closure. Sorry that I stayed too long for everything I did wrong. Only for that we would be together, living happily forever. What in the hell have we done? But I can't love you to mask the pain with a smile. You love me, you hate me, you can't live without me. We gave it a try. Now let's say goodbye. I need closure. Baby, where did we go wrong? Why am I singing this sad song? Closure. My stubborn heart won't let you go. Won't let you, won't let you, won't let you go. I need closure. What more can I give when I gave it my all? Gave you my best, but it ain't good enough. They say time heals, but we ain't getting better. I've gotta move on. I've gotta move on. Baby, where did we go wrong? Why am I singing this sad song? It's my stubborn heart won't let you go. Won't let you, won't let you, won't let you go. I need closure.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Talk about a ballad. That's a beautiful song.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
It is. I got a little Toni Braxton from her. I don't know if you're familiar.
You know, it's funny you should say that. She actually just put in the chat here, just another sad love song, as Toni Braxton would say.
Oh, no, she did not say it. Did she?
Yes, she
Yes, she
did.
did.
Yes, she did.
Whoa.
Yes, she did.
That's how you call it.
That's it.
That's how you call it. I love that song.
Isn't that beautiful?
Is she going to do a video for it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good.
She hasn't made any mention of that.
Gonna make a video.
Gotta do a video. A beautiful song.
I'm telling you, she's
awesome. I mean, she's just an awesome individual.
We're blessed to be around so many lovely
talented
singers and talent, and
yes,
you know, there's another lady, Teresa Griffin. We haven't even had a chance to chat about her. We'll tell you about her as well. She's one that she's a singer. Another one out of Chicago. All our friends seem to be moving to Chicago. It's everybody's in Chicago.
You know a lot of people.
Yeah. We're doing. You know what? Actually, it had a lot. Well, of course, we've known Char, like I said, for over 20 years now. But the pandemic has for all the trouble that the pandemic has caused.
Yeah,
there has been some wonderful things that have come out of it. We've gotten quite lucky to and quite blessed to meet a lot of people like yourself virtually like this, and then, you know, Lord willing, one day in person we'll be able to really be able to meet.
That would be incredible.
And so forth.
That's it.
Yeah, it'd be incredible.
It's been wonderful. So we're just so blessed and so thankful, you know, and like you said, you know, Lester the connector, you know, Ciola and Lester just happened to be on that live that day, and you know, like, oh wait, Lester, you got to talk to Lester. So it's just been a blessing. We are so thankful. We are so thankful.
Just like
thank you.
Today, Yeah, Lester, we definitely got to have you back on the show. And we just want to ask you, if people want to reach out to you, how do we go about that?
Yes.
Oh, one-stop shop. Just go to my website, Lester Greene with an E at the end.com. LesterGreene.com. Everything is there. Movies,
excellent.
music, my writing articles.
Excellent. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, keep it simple because sometimes people be like, yeah, go here, go there. You can also go here. People are like, wait, I can't even keep up with all that. Just go to my website, LesterGreene.com, and then have fun with it. That's it.
Love it.
Right.
Love it. Oh,
Keep
my
it simple.
Now, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to Shar.
Yeah.
Salute. Shout out to everybody here in the chat room. Shout out to the both of you. Shout out to Robert Sear, of course. Shout out to Madeira Panky. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who is out there following their dreams and passions.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That's
and wonderful. Speaking of Shar, we just want to thank her for that wonderful comment.
And we all blessed. Oh, thank you, Shar. Thank you, Shar. We're blessed to have you in our lives as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we just want to thank you guys for tuning into today's show. We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Lester, again, thank you so much for a wonderful interview. Please stand by.
Stand by. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. For a couple minutes.
I'm here.
And then you have an open ticket to come back, whenever you're able to.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Maybe we'll get Robert Sear on the show.
Hey.
Sure.
I'll turn in my ticket. Hey, get Robert on the show.
Absolutely. We'll do it. Robert, hey, come on. If you want to be on here, let us know.
I'll send you his information.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
That's fantastic. We'll send you Shar's info, and we're gonna get you two on her show. The adult conversations. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
I love it. I'm game for it. And then I want to get the two of you on my show.
Absolutely. Let's make that work as well. We'll talk behind the scenes. Okay, that works.
We'll make it happen.
We're gonna make that happen. We'll
go ahead and wrap up the show for today. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It was a great show.
It was a great show. Absolutely.
Great show.
I'm sad that it's going to end.
Yeah.
Actually.
As we're, almost getting to the end of April. Maybe we'll do a show next week or maybe not. We don't know. We have so many different versions of this show.
That's
so we don't know what
we have to tell Lester all about
next week. So. But in the meantime, it's always nice to have Bobby D wrap it up because I love the way she wraps it up.
Thank you so much for joining us today here, everyone. And make sure you follow Lester Greene right there on his website. He gave it straight to us, Lester Greene with an E. Don't forget the E. Don't forget the E.com. So thank you so much for joining us today. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Make sure you follow us on all social media. And again, make sure you check out Lester Greene on his website. We will see you again real soon. Thank you so much.